New here at 6, the Horse Racing Integrity and Safety Authority is cracking down on Churchill Downs, saying that they failed to pay millions in required 2025 fees. A HISA board panel ruled Churchill Downs violated federal racing rules by not paying any of last year's assessment fees. The ruling says that Churchill Downs Incorporated didn't pay those fees for its racetrack in Louisville, along with Ellis Park, Turfway Park, and Presque Isles Downs in Pennsylvania. The order gives Churchill Downs 10 days to pay more than $5 million in fees and interest. Now, if they don't, each track would be barred from holding covered races for every day payment is late. Churchill Downs also has the opportunity to appeal this decision during that time. Now, we reached out to Churchill Downs for a statement. They said, quote, "We don't have a statement and we're not able to comment further at this time."